Hi Project Management. Today I'm going to be making an iced matcha latte from home, but there's a few supplies you want to have first. A small bowl, a utensil to scoop matcha and stir. I have a matcha scoop that came with my set, but anything like a kitchen tea or tablespoon will work. A handheld sifter, a bamboo matcha whisk. This is also called a chasen. For hot water, I use my electric kettle, but you can also use hot water from a stovetop or anywhere. A chilled glass of milk, some simple syrup, and finally, of course, a tin of matcha powder. For the best quality, I like to use ceremonial grade matcha, but you can also find culinary grade and lower grade matchas at the grocery store pretty easily. My first tin is now empty. It's from Rocky's Matcha, and this tin that I'm using today is from Blue Bottle Coffee, which I live close to and operates mainly as a cafe, but they also sell their own tin of ceremonial grade matcha, and that makes it pretty easy for me to just walk over and get pretty good matcha pretty close. First, if you're using a kettle or boiling water in a pot, go ahead and get that started so you have warm water ready to go. If you have the option to set a specific temperature, the one for green tea like matcha is 175 Fahrenheit. You can also use hot water from the sink or any other source, it's up to you. When the water is about halfway done getting warmed up, take the kettle off for a second and pour enough water to fill about 3/4 of your bowl. Then place your chasen or bamboo whisk in the hot water, softening its bristles and making the whisking process to come easier. Let it sit for a minute or two while you let the rest of the water get warmer. Once you've let your whisk sit in the water for a bit, pour the bowl out and grab your hand sifter. If it can do so, most people rest it at the top of their mixing bowl. Scoop the matcha generously into the sifter 4 to 6 times for a strong matcha latte, using your utensil to stir the powder through the sifter until there's none left. If your water is done heating all the way, remove the strainer from the bowl and pour the hot water on top of the matcha powder, about until you can't see the powder from the top anymore. And now we have to whisk. To do this successfully, you want to mix the matcha and hot water together by making W and M motions with your hand, holding the whisk. You can circle the whisk around the bowl to catch excess powder on the sides, but avoid scraping the bottom of the bowl excessively. Most of the whisking should stay within the liquid. You should do this for about a minute, or until a light layer of foam or froth appears on top of your matcha mix. Grab your glass of milk and pour the matcha on top. Grab whatever utensil is easiest and use that to stir the mixture together so they combine. And usually after the first pour, in my bowl I have some extra matcha that I don't want to go to waste. So what I'll do is I'll grab my milk, pour a little bit in there to catch that matcha, and pour that into your drink. Even though some people like their matcha latte without any sweeteners, many say that by itself it can taste too bitter or even grassy. This can be balanced out with a sweetener like simple syrup. I like to taste as I go to see how much I should keep putting in or not. You can customize a latte like this even further with a syrup. I have raspberry and pumpkin spice in my apartment, but a lot of people use maple syrup, honey, or agave. Be sure to keep tasting as you go and adjust anything that you want different, like more milk or more syrup or anything like that. Because I didn't put any ice cubes in my drink, I'm popping it back in the fridge so it can be a little cold before I drink it.